dealing with we'll be starting with a new chapter, that is chapter 18 on natural disasters. So natural disasters are any event that causes destruction of life and property can be termed as natural disaster. If such disaster occurs by any natural phenomena, then it is called as natural disaster. Disasters can also be man-made and natural, both. So we'll be dealing with a few natural disasters in this session, that is floods. We'll start with it. So when it rains excessively, it leads to the overflowing of the rivers, the canals, the dams, etc., which leads to the steady rise of the water level. And finally, what happens? When the water level rises, the thatched or the mud houses in the countryside and the farmers' fields gets clogged and gets under the water. So this leads to the damage of the crops and damage of lives and property. The people who are homeless also suffers a lot of problem, because the water, the city, the villages, the cities gets underwater. So so it leads to the huge like problems among the people. How we will be knowing now. So cities get flooded, the drains get clogged, the roads get underwater. So it is very difficult to live our life in that. Floods also causes damage to life and property. Huts and houses get washed away, and farmers suffer huge losses because the crops get washed away, which of course leads to a lot of problem. So when this happens, it can also lead to the shortage of food, because crops gets distracted or destroyed, and fresh vegetables also get destroyed, and farmers of course suffers huge losses. So drinking water also gets contaminated by dirty water, because drains get overflowed and the drinking water get mixed with the dirty water. So this leads to waterborne diseases like cholera, and this also spreads very rapidly and also can take a shape of an epidemic. The number of mosquitoes and the flies increases, which spreads other illness. And Assam, West Bengal, Bihar experienced regular floods when Ganga and its tributaries and Brahmaputra overflow. So these are the causes, effects of flood. Now precautions. So what are the precautions that can be taken to reduce floods or to overcome with the problems in dealing with floods? Rivers and city drains should not be choked by throwing plastic. So that is why plastics should be banned, or plastic usage should be reduced, because it chokes the drains and all the pipes and everything. And the other rubbish also should be taken care of. The disposal of the rubbish and the plastic bags should be taken care of. Knowing the flood patterns of an area is very important, and where it rains heavily and how the drainage system should be done should be taken care of by knowing the flood patterns, or how much it rains in a place. It should be calculated beforehand, and the course of the river also should be should be kept in the mind. So since electrical equipment can cause accidents, it should not be exposed to the water, and it is important to disconnect all the electrical equipments during heavy rains or during flooding years. That's why we experience power cuts, or we experience mostly we are advised not to switch on electrical appliances during excessive and heavy rains. Then droughts. This one reason is of course a thunderbolt, and another is of floods. So drought is the next one, where a drought is happens when there is less or little rain during certain period of time. So during this drought, what happens? There is scarcity of water, scarcity of rainwater. Now India is an agricultural based country, so it is dependent highly on the monsoon rains. So when in the years when the monsoon rains are not sufficient enough for the growth of crops, this leads to the this destroys the crops, and also this leads to the shortage of food and shortage of water. Of course, water is a very important component of our life, and this is a necessity. So when drought happens, there is scarcity of water, which leads to the scarcity of food, and this finally leads to huge loss of life and property. So the most important reason for drought in India is the failure of monsoon over several years. And when the rain fails, the land dries up and farmers cannot irrigate crops. So this leads to the loss of life and property. And parts of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat and Rajasthan usually experiences scanty rainfall and also are drought prone areas. Now precautions, it is necessary to conserve and store water, which will be an alternative to those times when monsoon rains will not be sufficient. This water should be stored in reservoirs and tanks and should be available during the season when there will be failed monsoons. Rainwater harvesting is also an important way in which this drought can be taken care of or overcome. In some places, traditional rainwater harvesting methods are used, and this helps to raise the level of groundwater and also which helps in the times of drought. So these are the few precautions that we must take to control the drought. That will be all for today's class. In the next session, we'll be dealing with the next part of this chapter. Thank you.